Lugo.
I'm Maddie.
How's everyone doing today?
Welcome back.
Glad to see that we didn't run out of content by episode 3.
That is always the fear, right?
It is always the fear. But
you think you're really interesting, and then you're like, oh, just kidding.
I think I'm the most interesting man alive. So if you lead with that every day.
Okay, Dos Equis guy.
Today I'm drinking Dos Equis. I'm the most interesting man in the world.
No, what are we drinking today?
We're doing a pivot. We're trying out. Someone recommended seltzers to us, so we're giving seltzers a try. We're doing
Mighty Swell.
Doing some swells. So we're I feel really swole today.
Yeah, bro.
So
you been lifting?
Bro, I've been lifting this can.
You're lifting these seltzers. Yeah, it's called Mighty Swell. New to us. I'm drinking Tiger's Blood. What do you got?
Let's see here. Oh, I got a koozie on mine. Hold on.
Oh, you have the Kiwi Dew.
Kiwi Dew.
Yeah.
I say it like that. Let's see. So it's been a week since we've been together.
Yep.
So what have you been up to?
Living the dream, raising kids, trying not to kill said kids.
I think it's the other way around. I think they're trying to kill us.
Oh, I mean, yeah, 100%.
I feel like they're organizing behind the scenes, like they're forming.
And they're sleeping way more, so we've got all this energy that I don't have. Yeah.
What is even sleep?
What is sleep?
Oh
do you remember it? I don't.
I think I had a doctor's appointment sometime
on Monday.
Yeah,
your blood thing.
Yeah, the blood thing. So
like blood drawn, not like a weird blood thing.
No, he was a vampire.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
No. So I'm like, he's like, yeah, you feeling all right? I was like, yeah, I feel great. I was like, I get 4 hours of sleep. He like stops typing and looks at me and is like, 4 hours? I was like, yeah, that's a good day. He's like, well, what's a bad day? I was like, oh, just a quick power nap.
Yep.
He's like, you got to make some lifestyle changes. I was like,
okay.
Okay. I was like,
where's my all my money that lets me stop working my job?
I was about to say, I was like,
change my lifestyle.
I was like, that's really easy coming from the guy sitting in an air conditioned room and typing out stuff on a computer, and he's like looking at me like
his $bazillion checks.
Yeah, and by the way, just go ahead and just change everything you're doing. I was like, I would love to do that. Oh man, if that was an option, what? Sign me up. Write me a prescription for that. I was like, I'm in.
Just a prescription for lifestyle change. Hand that in to your boss.
I was like, I gotta make a lifestyle change. I can't do this no more. I need less stress in my life. I need more sleep. They're gonna look at me and go, no. What? Yeah, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm a crazy person. To ignore me. So that's been great. So what is sleep?
What is sleep?
I mean, it's great.
I like it. So this week, what do you think we're going to tackle as far as our main topic?
I feel like we need to definitely do a deep dive into Gen Z, because I feel like I'm tired of getting schooled by these Gen Z. So I'm getting on their level. I'm going down. We're Gen Z-ing it up today. I
felt like it was easier to learn French than it is whatever these Gen Zs are saying.
Like, well, yeah. I tried to learn French. I got in trouble in school. So I don't know how this is going to go. We'll see how this is going to go.
Sorry to jump back over. Speaking of Gen Z, our kids are actually Gen A, Gen Alpha, which is now Sigma. Who knows?
Sigma.
But we were talking about having kids and what it's like to be able to be a gamer in your 30s, married with kids. And not that I don't game, I do, always have. However, I've never been on your level. So
at one point, I took it as like a really serious hobby. It was like it kept me out of trouble, I guess, in a way. I don't know, like yelling at kids online. Is that? I don't know, whatever. I guess I can't even call them kids. I was yelling at myself. I was like, I'm 13. You're 13. I'm gonna yell at you anyway. It's whatever. But you advance to where we're at today, and I like think about it, I process it, and if it's not Wordle, I'm like, do I have time to sit down and play?
Okay, but do you do like standard Wordle or like the 4-square Wordle?
Oh no, I was totally kidding. I don't Wordle anything. It just sounded right. Because like, okay, this is where it really comes from. Caitlin will be sitting next to me and she'll like have it up on her phone. I'm like, hey, move the A. She's like, can you stop? And I was like, I'm so wrong. I'm just wrong every time. I was like,
even when you're right, you're wrong.
I'm not an English major, but I'm trying here. Okay, I gave it my best. So
I did my best, as Dana Cook says.
So I got another recommendation to check out Elden Ring.
Oh, and yes.
Very story driven.
Yes.
Very deep. And like you have to really like think and process.
I have been talking about playing it for like a year. And then Tears of the Kingdom came out, so.
Also really good.
Yeah.
So
good.
I took up this idea. I picked it up. It's been a great game. It's the first From Software game I played. So it's like really challenging in that aspect because I jumped into something like, oh, look, there's a big dude. Oh, he literally just broke me in like 20 pieces, and I don't even understand why. So that was a great learning curve. I was playing that game entirely wrong. Started over fresh. Figured, okay, let's try this one more time.
Is Elden Ring only on Xbox?
I believe it's multi-platform.
It is.
I'm playing right now on PC, on Steam. So it's got to be multi-platform at that point. I think it's on everything.
Okay.
Maybe not like Switch or anything like that, but I don't know. They might actually have it running on there. Oh, they got was it Skyrim running on there? So maybe so. But anyway, like I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, I'm gonna finish this game, and then I've been playing so long trying to finish the game. I'm nowhere near finishing this game, and then they're like, hey, we're gonna have an expansion. I was like, great. Now I'm just never gonna finish the game. You just made it longer. And so I was reading this so because I was like all in depth, and so I was like, hey, I'm gonna pull up a news article, reading that, checking that out, and I was like, oh. I was like, he doesn't even want to say how long it is because he undershot how long or how short the first game was. He's like, yeah, you can finish this in like 90 hours. There's people that have been playing for like 200 plus hours and still have not found everything.
I was going to say, I played Tears of the Kingdom for almost 300 hours before I finished it. And I did every side quest, found everything, every treasure. Like, I did it all. But it was like maybe a little over 300 hours.
That is,
I just finished it in April, like short of the year after, or like since it was released.
Okay, so you think about 300 hours, right? Okay, so then you're trying to manage kids. We each got significant others. We're trying to navigate all that, trying to find time for all that.
Work,
as like
friends.
In a 24-hour period, when do you have time to play in your 30s?
I don't. What I do instead is wait for like 3 days when nothing's going on, and I just play for fucking hours, and then I'll bank that for 3 or 4 weeks. Like, that's my game time.
Nice. I was starting to understand why they coined the term weekend warrior, because you don't have time to do anything during the week. So the week you just get to the weekends and you're like, shield, sword, let's go, running head first into battle, and you're like, oh. Yep. Then you get to Monday and you're like, oh God, this is terrible. Now I understand the case of the Mondays.
But the worst thing about it was Elijah was playing at the same time. I got it for him. I got it for me. And I am a completionist, I guess is what they call it. Like, I need to do everything.
You got to find everything.
I got to find everything. I got to do every side quest, every shrine, like all of it. And he was like, what is the bare minimum I can do to beat Ganon? And so he beat Ganon like 5 times before I ever even attempted. And he just kept, oh, when are you going to do that? Oh, you can't even beat Ganon. Oh, you don't even know how to play this game. Ugh, 9-year-old nonsense.
Like, is your homework done?
I was like, bruh, I have been playing Zelda since I was 9. Like, shut up.
Yeah, we got this. It just sometimes takes us longer because we're trying to make sure you guys are fed and ate.
Yeah.
Wait, fed and ate? No. Fed, drank. Oh, wow.
Too many mighty swells over there.
Drink.
Cheers.
Fumbled on the words there. My goodness. Yeah, so like that was something I was really thinking about. I was like, it would be a really good problem to solve. Trying to balance. It's part of like the work-life balance, and then like you add a third category of gaming in there, and you're just like, man, I love this hobby. I'm just like, I'm like, I asked myself the other day, I was like, did I outgrow this? Am I to the point now where like I just am not able to do this anymore? And it's such a sad thing to think because I have I have a wall of video games,
Literally.
My Steam library is massive. And then I read someone's like post on Facebook, and they were like, "Yep, looking at my Steam backlog," and I was like, "Oh, I don't even want to." I was like, "I don't want to look at mine." I was like, "It's just embarrassing." Like they'll run a sale or whatever on Steam. I'll buy 3 games.
Never play them.
Never play them. But I mean, it sounds great on paper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Oh, that's a good deal. I'll play that later." I even bought a Steam Deck, thinking, "Oh, I'll be able to play mobily." Found out it's really
Elijah
hard.
does.
Yeah, I think Elijah's played more on it than I have because I'm like, "Oh no, I have to chase."
Elijah's my son. Yeah, he's a little fucker. I love you. But, like, he's just... I know I was sassy when I was 9, but... Oh my god. I don't know if it's being Gen A, if it's being oldest child syndrome, which I was. I don't know if it's only brother with sisters, like, whatever it is. But that kid, like...
He made a comment to you the other day, though. He came up to you, and what was he saying to you?
Which one? About my nose?
No. He was like...
Because he did that today.
It was back with the birthdays. He was just like...
About how I was halfway to dead?
Yeah.
For no reason?
Just came up to that. And then he made a topic of afterwards, after you responded to me. It was like, that's so cringe.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he told me I had no riz and that I was super cringe.
Which leads us to today's topic of, like, we're going to break down this new age vocabulary because we don't understand it. And we agree. It's dumb.
It's dumb. Sorry, before we jump into that, can we also just say how weird it is that Gen Z thinks they're better than us? Even though they're literally just copying everything that we've already done.
I feel like that's like their MO. Like we went through the rise of the internet. We saw all that stuff come in, and they act like, "Oh well, we're doing better." I'm like,
we
"No, you don't."
participated in chat roulette, okay? Way before Snapchat was a thing, we were seeing dicks in chat rooms when we were 12. Like,
let's give a shout out to AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
That's
the dial-up sound.
That was the door shut. I was waiting for that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just like, wait, where did my friend go? So then I do the,
and it was always like your crush, and you were like, "Hey, what's up?" And then, like.
So then you would hear the door hang up, right?
Yeah.
How many times did you pick up the phone? And it's like, it's like, oh, I have to disconnect from the internet.
Someone's on the internet.
I was sitting there thinking that the other day, and I was like, God, I don't miss that dial-up sound.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Imagine having to do that again.
They're wearing pleated skirts. They're wearing, like, the weird crop top. They're layering their tank tops. Like, bro,
You could do that in the 90s?
We lived at Hollister.
I was like, oh, yeah,
we
that's right.
lived at Hollister with our several tank tops and our popped collars and, like, in our pleated skirts. Like, you did not invent this, bro.
It's almost like our generation got there and we're like, hey, let's sell it to these kids to see if they'll buy it. And then they did. And then like, oh yeah, we made this.
Yeah,
like,
and
no,
you're
you
super dumb also. So yeah. No. F you, Gen Z.
Sorry. Tell me how you really feel. Hey Maddie, what time is it?
Yeah.
It's time for Matt's Minute.
Okay, so this week, I don't know if anyone has heard, but a judge in Ohio ruled that tacos are in fact sandwiches. And let me be probably not the first, but at least someone who's saying, absolutely not. That's not that.
What?
No. Are you trying to argue that they are?
I mean, I'm just saying sandwiches are great. That's all I'm saying.
I love sandwiches. I'm a slut for sandwiches.
But if you go into like a Subway and you're like, yeah, I'll have the taco today.
They're going to look at you like you lost your damn mind.
I'm going to do that. Or do you go to Taco Bell and you're like, I'll have a sandwich. And they're like, what? It's not on the menu.
Yeah.
Let
Let me get that bean sandwich wrap. Like, no.
Well, okay, is a wrap a
Your
sandwich?
cheesy gordita sandwich.
Is a wrap a sandwich?
It depends on what's in the
No, it's a
wrap.
burrito.
No, because if it's like, I'm going to say Mexican in like a non-racial way, but like if it's beans, rice, ground beef, like that kind of thing, then yes, it's a burrito. However, if it's turkey and provolone, it's a sandwich.
But what does it look like?
It looks like
burrito.
a wrap.
No, it looks like a burrito.
It's like a sandwich wrap.
No, I'm telling you, it's
not a burrito. You would never go to Jimmy John's and let me get the number 13 as a burrito. It's as a wrap because it's a sandwich.
Order in my court. Order in my court. You guys are out of control.
But the same judge, also said that hot dogs and hamburgers were sandwiches.
Oh, he's lost his mind.
All right.
Do you disbar judges?
I mean, they should. That's a crime to call a hot dog a sandwich. That's a crime.
Hot dog's a taco now? What?
Hot dogs are tacos, and tacos are sandwiches, and wraps are burritos, and it's just fucking chaos.
Where'd you say this judge was from?
Ohio, because he has no riz.
Yeah.
Ohio riz. That's a thing.
Ohio riz is a thing too.
That's a thing.
So
Bringing it back to GenZ.
Does he have Ohio riz? Is that why he's like, no, these are all sandwiches now?
That's just like rage bait, right? Like he's gotta know people are gonna be up in arms about this.
Feel free to drop below in the comments how you feel about sandwiches being tacos or tacos being sandwiches. What is it?
And that wraps and burritos are different.
Wraps and burritos are the same. We know
they're not the same.
They're totally gonna.
We don't know that. No. Science has actually proven that they're different. Science.
Science has proven it.
As long as I say science enough, it's real.
I would say, hey, let's go ahead and like let's just demonstrate how this would work. But I was like, no, because like then it'd just be a torta. Shit.
Oh, a Mexican sandwich. But see, it's not a taco because it's bread and it's layered like a sandwich.
They do call it a sandwich.
Yeah, because it is.
I think this judge doesn't like to eat food. He probably goes home and
eats his chicken tendies and his off-brand mac and cheese.
Great value.
Great value. Yeah.
Shout out to Great Value brand. We love you.
Sometimes.
No, we don't.
We don't
No,
actually.
We
Craft.
Try to craft.
Craft all the way. Ooh, or Hannaford, which you've probably never been to. It's more of like a northeast thing, but they had him in Virginia for a while. And they make a pretty damn good box mac and cheese. Shout out Hannaford.
Who would ever thought box mac and cheese is where it's at?
Yep. Sometimes you just need some powdered cheese and some new-news.
Some new news?
Some nudes.
Oh, some nudes? Please do not send us nudes.
Or do. We're not judging.
This is true.
Just kidding. We're married.
It's Pride Month, though. We can't.
You're right.
Yeah,
it is Pride Month.
We
Yeah,
can't
send us nudes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Boobs preferred.
And if you send other things too, I mean, we're not going to judge here. This is a judgment-free zone.
Actually, we judge everything. That's kind of our thing.
Oh my god,
actually.
that's the whole basis of our podcast. We just judge everything.
Send in your tits if you want us to roast you. I'm just kidding. We don't want to get sued by anyone.
Yeah, please.
That's a joke.
Yeah, send us appropriate things.
Send us very wholesome pictures.
Oh, wholesome pictures. This is a meadow with dew. You know what video I'm talking about when I say that? Yes. It's like the guy who impersonates Morgan Freeman. He's like, and look at the book and the honey dew. And I'm just like, every time it gets me, I'm trying not to bust up laughing, but then he just says, he's like, oh, look, there's another bug drinking the dew. And I'm just like, he does say it like that. Guy made an entire profession out of impersonating someone else.
I mean, that actually happens a lot.
I guess it's true. Comedy. What is comedy?
Okay, well, before we deep dive into Gen Z slang and how dumb it is, we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll see you guys in a second.
And welcome back from the break, guys. Hope you all enjoyed that good ad
Break?
moment.
Real quick, before we jump into segment 2, I'm sure you guys noticed last week we did have our spouses on, and we just like to give them a little shout out. It's been weird navigating this and turning it from like a drunk conversation into like a real material thing, and they've been very supportive. They were really fun to have on last week, and so shout out Katie and Corey.
Drink to that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun having them on the pod. Really enjoyed it. If they're willing to come back on and join us again for another
we
segment,
would love to embarrass them some more.
Yeah, we definitely would love to embarrass them some more. I feel like as you and I could like literally talk until like time ends.
Yeah, forever.
They were just kind of like staring at us like, you guys really. That's I think the whole reason the whole started. We started with their support, really. Like
we really did.
They both kind of were like, you guys really like should just record some of this stuff. And we're like, you know what?
Yeah, we should.
That's a great idea.
And I think what's nice is that there's really nothing off limits for us. Like it's
no. We've covered quite a bit of topics so far, and then I think we're planning to cover a lot of good more topics. I mean, I'm sure as we go, like we're gonna steer the conversation somewhere, and then like we'll probably jump them into the podcast every now and then just to you know have that extra banter, so that way people don't get bored of listening to us. I feel like that
we're
happens.
Super interesting. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. All right. So as we move into the second segment, what are we talking about today?
I know we touched on it briefly, but we're going to do a little more of a deep dive into Gen Z.
Deep dive.
And the weird stuff they're saying these days.
You want to go ahead and throw out some vocab out there, bro?
Yeah, bro, I totally mogged you and stole your Riz and
Bro, give me my Riz back. What does mogging even mean?
So mogging apparently is when you make yourself look better than someone else. So like if you're like look good, but then I look way better, I mogged you because now you don't look good because I look good.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Okay. Following. Getting mogged today.
Getting mogged, yeah.
Is it like a take on like getting mugged?
I literally have no idea. But then there's also looks maxing, which is making yourself look good, but not in a comparative way. It's not like mogging where you're making someone else look bad. You're just making yourself look good. That's it. Looks maxing.
Looks maxing?
Yeah.
Oh, God. You know, there was a young guy at work I was working with, and I was like, "Yo, throw some maximum effort on that." And he's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh, God." Like, I bet you if I said like, "Why don't you just go ahead and like look and max it out?" You'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm totally doing that." I'm like, "No,
like, where's your W Riz, bro?"
I feel like everyone knows about maximum effort. I guess not.
You would think.
Oh, don't age me out. Don't age me out.
But there is a difference between just having Riz and having Ohio Riz.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about some of the Ohio Riz in there. Yeah.
So Ohio Riz, from my understanding, is like being the best looking person at Walmart. Like, like you've got something, but it's not that good. Like you couldn't measure up anywhere else. But at Walmart, you're the fucking king.
Of Walmart?
That's Ohio Riz, apparently.
God, people from Ohio are going to hate us.
I know. Sorry, God. Well, your judges suck. So, yeah, shame on you, Ohio.
Your judges suck. Your Walmart sucks. You guys, Riz sucks.
You have no Riz.
Too much Ohio Riz up in here.
The worst Riz.
Oh, my God. That's great. We love Ohio. They're one of the great states, right? Yeah, Ohio's great, but
yeah, well, they have a lot of tornadoes, so maybe God hates them. I don't know. Sorry. I don't believe in God, so
but
take that with a grain of salt.
She firmly believes that tornadoes are coming your way because of him.
Yeah, it's just because you're in the Midwest and where it's like flat and stuff. It's science. It's not me hating you. It's just science.
I'm about to hate this Rocky Pop.
Are you gonna drink it?
We're full of regret. Just gonna crack that seal on that. See, I feel like when we were drinking bottled, like we didn't get quite the
sound effect.
Yeah, we get way better effects now out of the.
They don't know how much we were drinking before.
Does that give us Riz?
I'd like W Riz. It's like winning or winner or something like.
No cap.
No cap. All facts, no printer.
Oh, jeez, I can't even use that right. Oh my god!
I feel weird.
This is way
just
harder.
saying that.
This is way harder. Than
I feel weird just saying that. Oh, and have you heard of gooning?
What?
Gooning. Okay. It's kind of like edging.
God.
But
are we talking about edging is like the definition we know of edging?
Yes,
oh my.
The definition we know of edging. But gooning is like slightly different. Because
a variation of edging.
It involves getting yourself almost off to the point of putting yourself in a trance-like state.
I wish you guys could see my face right now. I'm literally just like, why is this a thing?
Like if the mind-blown emoji was a person, it's you right now.
I am.
Oh, speaking of which, we can't use emojis because those are also cringe.
Emojis are cringe now?
Yeah, apparently. And we should just be saying slay all the time.
I feel like our generation used emojis first to like communicate.
We created outside of like the Aztecs and stuff using hieroglyphics, we created that stuff.
Okay, well, we're not going back that far.
I'm just saying, credit where credit's
This is kind of a funny story. So like, I'll be talking to Corey and like, he'll ask me a question and I'll just send him a peach back. And he'll just totally send me an eggplant. And I'm like, see, like we get it. There's no words there, but we still understand what we're talking about. Like, just completely unrelated to the entire thing. Like, it'll just be a peach and an eggplant sitting back and forth. And we're like, oh, that's what that means.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody out there who's following us on this knows that if you get a peach and an eggplant, you're busy.
Yep. All you have to add is the little splash emoji and
no, it's water drop. Water drop. Yeah. Oh god.
Yep.
Pocket pop.
It's not good, right?
It's so bad. We're gonna power through it though.
You are. I'm not.
Okay, I'm gonna power through it. Yeah, you. It's got 2.5 juice in it. What juice did they put in there to? Okay, all right.
Cough syrup.
Yeah, cough syrup juice.
Scissor. Do the kids even say that anymore? Do they? Is it lean scissor? I don't know. Do they just think we're fucked up? Like
they do. They're like, I guess it's okay. I was thinking about this when we first originally were navigating this topic. I was like, it's kind of like how when we were like, oh, that's so boomer.
Oh my god.
We are getting boomered.
We are boomers.
I don't want to get boomered. Take it back. Gen Z is now boomering us. We're being shoved into that category. And they're
just sad that they look so old when they're so young. And we don't.
No, I look great.
You look great. Someone literally asked me at the liquor store last week if I was over 21. I was like, yeah, I'm like 35, bro. And she was like, quick, what's your birthday? And I was like, 5'10", 89. And he goes, I'm not a doctor. And I was like...
I'm not a doctor.
It's like, okay, May 10th, 1989.
That's weird that they say that because, like, I bet you behind him there was that sign that says, we don't serve unless you hit this year.
Right.
It's like, the fact that they had to put that up tells me, you probably should work here.
He is young. He was, I guess, looked young. I guess I look young, so what the fuck do I know?
Can I see your ID? No, can I see yours? Are you old enough to even sell this to me? Does your parents know where you're at? Oh, God, that was really boomer there.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll take the compliment. Like, you think I look like I'm early 20s? Like, thank you. But...
I get it the other way around, because, like, I'm bald. I got the beard. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take a Miller Lite. And I was like, great. You want to see my ID? And they're like, oh, no, we don't card people over 40. And I'm like,
okay. I'm not just,
like,
I'm not
really?
just saying this because you're my bro. You do not look anywhere close to 40.
Bro, thanks. I was fishing for compliments right there. I was like, I am not 40. I've worked really hard to not be 40. And this was a while ago.
That's rude.
And that's what I said. I was like, that's rude.
I would just fucking card you at that point. Like,
yeah,
who you hurting?
Yeah,
who you hurting?
Just look at my ID and just give me a little bit of a compliment here.
Right?
And like say like, oh, didn't realize you were so young. I was like, oh, thank you. Jesus.
So rude.
Oh, man. There's a better way to say it. And yeah, she fired back, no hesitation. Oh, we don't card people over 40. It's not necessary. And I'm just like, oh, my God. I'm like, I think at the time I was like, I am 31. Maybe I was 31. Yeah.
Speaking of Gen Z, I guess, or feeling some type of way, a Gen Z word or phrase where I can get behind is delulu. It's so much cooler than saying delusional.
Delulu?
Delulu. And that's like me thinking that I'm in my younger 20s. I'm delulu.
Delulu.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I want to be my younger 20s, so I guess, yeah, I can understand that. Oh, man, I feel like you get to your 30s and you're like, man, my 20s were the glory days. And
yeah.
Then I'm like, no, I would never relive those.
No.
I would never go back to those.
No. It was good times.
It was good times, but there's a reason why that's your 20s stay in your 20s.
Yes. It's like what happens in Vegas.
Yeah, yeah.
And let me just say, I'm so thankful that the internet and like Facebook, Twitter, or X or whatever it is not prevalent in the way it was when I was in my early 20s.
Oh, yeah.
Because there would be some documentation of some tomfoolery that was going on when I was in my early 20s.
That's another thing we don't think about, too. We grew up in an era where not everything was documented. And today, like, there's such a footprint everywhere. You can't hide from any of that stuff.
Anything at all, ever.
I had a request. I don't know, it was ages ago. Like, I stopped using Facebook, so like I missed a lot about that. And it's like nothing against Facebook or anything. I just don't have time for it anymore. And somebody posted on there saying, or it was on a messenger saying, hey, can you remove this stuff? You know, Facebook does not make it easy to remove things.
Yeah.
And they've upgraded a lot of stuff, I think, since even before I stopped using it. But like, I still keep it because I use it for my work stuff. But if there was like, I was trying to figure out what it was that she wanted me to remove. And there's like tags on there of stuff because you can remove your stuff from tags, but you can't remove the photos from someone's profile. So I had to go in there and like do a deep dive. And luckily, she sent me links to stuff. I was able to grab those photos, just remove those photos. But like, while I was cooperating, imagine how many people don't do that. And like, you send them a message, they just ignore you. Or they just don't care. And like, not everybody wants to have some of that stuff out there. And so like, it's really hard to scrub the internet of stuff like that. Even though you remove your tag from it, the picture's still there. Yep.
Someone can find it if they really wanted to.
And like today, I'm just like, you see in today's age where they literally will share everything. Everything.
Every single thing.
I was out with I had lunch with another buddy today, and he was telling me about his 13-year-old. I guess it's his roommate's kid, and she was going down the street telling him, "We have this, we have that." That's something you should be advertising.
Yeah,
people.
No.
Even in a good neighborhood, you should be advertising. And I was telling him, I was like, that puts you kind of at a weird position because people get jealous of what you have. And so I get where that's coming from. And she was just openly sharing with everything. Like, even growing up, I remember being told, like, you have your friends, but you don't need to tell them everything.
Yeah.
And
we weren't even allowed to tell people when we were going on vacation until you got back. Like,
okay. I still find that to be one of the more weirder tropes when growing up.
Yeah.
Going on vacation, don't tell anyone. What am I hiding here? What is like? I never understood that. Like,
I guess it was always that our house was going to be unoccupied, and it was like someone that I knew was going to come steal all my stuff because I was gone.
I can't think of a time I go on vacation where I didn't have you guys or somebody stop in for whatever reason. Yeah.
Here's my garage code and my key and, the safe deposit, combination. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll leave a treasure map. I'm like, go to the backyard, walk 10 steps north, at longitude and latitude 172.
When you see the hole in the tree, you're gonna turn right. Like, yeah, it's yes.
And then when you see the hole in the tree, you must align the mirrors. What? Align the mirrors. Just trust me. Wait, what time of the day is it? It's night.
Oh,
it's nighttime. Oh.
You gotta wait till like 10 a.m. so the sun casts the right shadow.
We're above that. Moonlight.
Let's
go.
Okay, fair,
moonlight.
Fair. Moonlight. Okay.
So the moonlight will hit it. It'll light up the mirror, light up another mirror, and then the whole backyard will light up like the Indiana Jones movie. And then you'll have to like do the thing where like you swap the
skull
key
with the really fast so the weight doesn't change.
And then you'll have the key to unlock my house.
Yep.
Oh, and don't forget, dodge the boulder. Because I just have a boulder in my backyard too.
Terry Zelda, bringing that around full circle.
I was bringing that full around.
Video
right
games.
So,
yeah.
I'm just thinking about this. I'm like, why am I not telling people I'm going on vacation? I'm really excited to go.
Right?
Why would I not tell people, hey, I'm going on vacation? Boo-hoo for you. You can't go.
You aren't going to Cabo. I am.
And I'm thinking, like, if somebody knows I'm out of town, they break in. I'm like, I guess. But then I'm thinking, okay, hold on a second. Do you, what's it? Home Alone? The entire movie was based on people breaking into people's houses when they're on vacation. I was like, all right, maybe I get it.
To be fair, I do have a friend, or a person I used to talk to, who her and her husband went on their honeymoon after their wedding. And while they were gone, somebody broke into their house and stole basically everything. All of their wedding gifts, their TVs, computers, couches, like...
Everything?
Like, the fucking Grinch came and stole Christmas from their house.
So they moved him out? I mean, that's how I look at that. I'm like, guys, move me out of my own house. All right.
I think they got, like, insurance and everything, but...
Okay,
yeah. That
would suck. There's not way to get around that because you literally are having a party where you're telling people, hey, I'm going on vacation after this.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Well, maybe there's some ground to it. You're the first person that's told me that like someone's been robbed while they've been out of town. I've never heard of this.
And that's the only time I've ever heard of it. It was like that one time.
I mean, it's like, okay, if I was to tell, okay, let's say for instance, I told you and Corey and I told Mad Eye, which shout out to Mad Eye. It's her birthday
It's
today.
her birthday, 69.
But if I told you guys that, and I was thinking, you guys broke into my house. It's one of the three of you that did it.
And you know where I live.
I was about to say, I was like, who else would have done it at this point?
You could just literally come break into my house and be like, bruh, that's my stuff.
And I would have been like, wow, that's so Sigma of you guys.
No, Sigma's good, though.
Shit. All right.
Oh, yeah, because Sigma is the new alpha. Because for some reason we can't say alpha. But beta is still beta. So, do they not understand the Greek alphabet?
I don't think so.
It's
gotta be what it is. They just don't understand the alphabet. Or the Greek one.
And then Corey made a joke about ligma.
Oh my God.
To Elijah.
That does not sound any better. That sounds not good. What was the joke?
You know what ligma is, right?
No. I have no idea what any of those words.
Ligma
Oh my God. It's like, do you like dragons? Like when I'm dragging these nuts? Oh my gosh. That's all I can go to with that. Hit me with another word. What you got?
Oh, shit. Let me think. Gooning, edging, looks maxing, mogging. Sigma, beta. Delulu. We covered capping. Covered Riz. Covered Slay.
Slay mean the same thing?
Well, like slay. Like if you look good, I'm like, oh my God, you're so slay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's not how I use slay. It's inappropriate. I can't say it.
Yeah, because that would be off limits to everything else we've said. We were going to, I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a quiz where we can test how well we know Gen Z slang. So we're going to go back and forth. It's 10 questions and figure it out how relevant or irrelevant we are.
I mean, I like to think we're pretty relevant. We might be a little biased, but I'm like, yeah, I'm relevant.
Okay. I'm going to ask you question 1.
Go ahead.
Okay. Which of the following is another word for uncool? Skirt, chuggy, or bet?
Skirt. It's totally skirt.
I think it's chuggy.
Is it chuggy?
Yep, it's chuggy.
Oh, it says chuggy. What? Chuggy?
Yeah, chuggy is a thing. Like, if you like Bath and Body Works candles, you're chuggy, apparently. Like...
What the hell?
If you like to wear, like, scarves and Ugg boots, you're chuggy.
Chuggy.
Yeah. Who fucking knows, man?
I don't... Dude, that's crazy to hear that. Okay, here, I'll ask you question 2.
Okay.
If something slaps, it is blank. I think I'm going to put...
Okay, the options are excellent or amazing, surprising or scary, beautiful or handsome. And I'm going to go excellent or amazing.
Yeah, I think, it's going to be that one.
I'm right. I know what that means.
Duh. I think our generation used slaps. But
I was going to say.
Like, slaps barbecue. It's amazing barbecue.
Yeah. Okay, what does snatched mean?
Stolen.
No.
What?
You do not know Gen Z.
Oh, I am.
The options are stolen, fierce or on point, and exhausted. And it's fierce or on point.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't see that coming.
You're so not Sigma,
Oh my God.
bro.
I just saw the answers to this one. Okay, here, I'll ask you. Which of the following means a look or style that is extremely fashionable or sexy? Bussin', bet, or drip?
Drip.
It's not bussin'?
Nope, it's drip.
Oh, yeah, it is drip. Wow,
it's Man,
so Gen Z of you.
I'm so good at Gen Z right now.
There's no way we researched any of this.
The first time ever hearing these words.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, what does no cap mean? No lie for real, chill or without stress, or not cool?
I'm going to say not cool.
Are you joking? No cap is no lie for real.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Because you're not capping. You're not lying.
Capping means you're lying?
Yeah, if you're capping, or like if you're like, oh my God, blue is totally the best color, and I'd be like, cap, bro, because you're lying.
'Cause I'm lying?
Yeah.
So then I say,
because
no cap means I'm not lying.
You're not lying. Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Okay.
Which of the following words is an insult for men who are seen as being too submissive to women? It is vibing, simp, okay boomer. Oh my God, the okay boomer.
It's simp.
It's got to be simp. Yeah,
Yes,
I think I've
simp.
heard that before.
Nice. Okay. What does hits different mean? Weird or unusual, confusing or nonsensical, or has a marked influence or effect?
Marked influence or effect?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like it when it hits different. Shout out to... Never mind.
To none of you.
I'm going to leave that one alone. Which of the following means I've got the point? Low key, say less, cap.
Say less.
Really? Less? Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm so good at Gen Z.
Man, you're really good at this. Yeah.
What does bet mean? Cool or I'm down?
Cool or I'm down.
Okay, yeah, that's the right answer.
Because I feel like we just covered no lie, so that's the only reason I'm going. I was like, that's eliminated. It's definitely not cool. Okay. I hear people say bet all the time.
I say bet all the time, actually.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Bet.
Not one of my prouder things. Okay, you go. You get the last question.
Which of the following means relaxing or tapping into good feelings? Bussin', vibing, snatched.
Vibing.
Are we vibing? Oh, I did 8 out of 10.
I got 10 out of 10, bro.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Wow, are you calling me a cheater?
Yes. Calling you out, bro.
Wow. Sorry, you're just you have no Riz. You're not Sigma like me. Sorry, you're from Ohio.
No cap.
It took you a really long time to
It
think
did.
of
I
that.
didn't really think that out.
That's how I know you're not Sigma.
That's how I know you're not Sigma. Every time I hear Sigma, I always think of Schmegma. And I'm like...
That's a totally different thing.
Totally different thing. And I'm just like, that is not what we're talking about right now.
Blah, 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 blah. Schmegma.
Schmegma.
That's a card in Cards Against Humanity.
Oh my God, that's where I've seen it from. I'm like, I've read this.
It's
somewhere
literally
before.
blah, 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 blah. Schmegma.
Schmegma. Oh man, that'd be good. We should pull out a couple of Cards Against Humanity, and we should do like a Cards of the Week.
Yes.
I like that too.
Yes.
Throw that in there.
I'm down with that.
And then we could get our listeners to chime in on it, see what they would say. I feel like that'd be really
100%.
fun. Read some of those responses.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be really
Really
entertaining.
Sigma of us. Like
cap.
W Riz.
Ohio. No, Ohio Riz.
No.
Oh, shit. Ohio Riz.
W
Bad.
Riz.
W Riz. Oh, God.
So go ahead. Call me the Rizzler.
Oh, you're the Rizzler.
Thanks. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this week. We appreciate any feedback, unless it's negative. If you're Gen Z, I have one question, and it's what the fuck is wrong with you guys? But in any case, you've been entertaining. We hope we've entertained you, and we will see you next week.
We sure will. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
If you made it this far, we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts and our beer cans for tuning in to another episode of The Brew View. Don't forget to subscribe to The Brew View wherever you listen to your podcasts, and join us on Discord by following the link in our bio. Until next time, cheers!